Expert Insights with Welu and Sue Woodard, and top priorities of the best run financial brands post-COVID. What does it all look like, you guys?
So we talked in the last episode about taking care of and connecting with your customers, right? And what that means. And the next priority, and depending on the organization, a lot of them they have simultaneous priorities that are all equally important. But the next one that we want to talk about is creating efficiencies and optimizing the business. So you want to look at, in most of the leadership that we talk with externally, and the advisors and things like that we're always engaged in communicating with, it's all about going in and where were you inefficient in your business? Mm-hmm. And why is that important? Well, when you're in a period of contraction, right, in growth is somewhat uncertain at best in some cases, right? We're not certain on what the economy is the bounce back is gonna look like. So you got to look at being more efficient, and what's my ROI on our marketing budgets, and what's my ROI on, by the way, adding new people, and the impact, right? And then we talk all the time about fine tuning and optimizing each functional area of the business, right?
Yeah. And it's interesting. I was actually talking with a banking leader this morning who was talking about one of the efficiencies that they put into place was putting together a little tiger team of people just specifically related to a particular kind of product that they're working on, and saying that there's so many things we can streamline because of the type of instrument that this is. So we've got this little tiger team of people, and he said, I'm going to keep this tiger team of people to work on the next kind of specialty project. So he said that's an efficiency that will last. And I think that's one of the lessons, is thinking about, it's amazing when you are forced to sit down and determine how you're going to get super efficient, in your budget, as you said. I think about it even on a personal level. How many times do you look at your own credit card statement and you're like, what is that $6.95 a month that is going out to some newsletter that I signed up for somewhere? Maybe I should cut that out. The same thing happens in business, right?
And what happens is it forces you to prioritize things too. Right? Based on impact.
Yes.
And I think about just resource allocation for companies and how they're looking at the business, and it forces you to prioritize things, and you want to spend money and investment on areas that are going to make a big impact.
That's right.
Right? Even as much as you can find those areas to where I want something that's an exponential impact if we're going to invest in this particular area, whether it be, new technology implementation or a new marketing strategy, or maybe new sales training, whatever it is.
And what I love about that too is I think it's really forcing the point of making sure that you can prove out the value of it too, right? That it has a meaningful business impact, and that's why you're making this investment.
Yeah. So the whole theme here was looking at what are the top priorities of the best run brands, the best run companies coming out of this, and starting really over the last month now, moving forward the rest of the year and probably into 2021. What are those most important key priorities that we're typically seeing? And so the first two, we're going to talk about the third one here on the next episode, but the first two are creating deeper connections, communicating with your customers, right? Taking better care of those customers than you ever have. And then ultimately driving efficiencies and optimizing the business in every way.
And putting those two things hand in hand, right? Yeah.